The beginning of knowledge. The Proverbs of Solomon, son of David, king of Israel. To know wisdom and instruction. To receive instruction is in wise dealing, in righteousness, justice, and equity. To give prudence to the simple, knowledge and discretion to the youth. Let the wise hear and increase in learning. Let the one who understands obtain guidance. Bring them, Lord. To understand a proverb and a saying, the words of the wise and their riddles. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Fools despise wisdom and instruction. Hmm. Hear, my sons, your father's instruction, and forsake not your mother's teaching. For they are a graceful garland for your head, and pendants for your neck. My son, if sinners entice you, do not consent. If they say, come with us, let us lie and wait for blood. Let us ambush the innocent without reason. Like Sheol, let us swallow them alive, and whole like those who go down into the pit. We shall find all precious goods. We shall fill our houses with plunder. Hi, how's it going, brother? We shall fill our houses with plunder. Where are we at? My son, do not walk in the way with them. Hold back your foot from their paths. Hey, how's it going? Thank you for showing up. We're just reading from Proverbs right here. We're trying to gain wisdom, right? Hello. God bless y'all. But those men lie in wait for their own blood. They set an ambush for their own lives. When the wicked set up for the righteous, the wickedness falls on their own heads. That's wisdom. Such are the ways for everyone who is greedy for unjust gain. It takes away the life of its possessors. A call for wisdom. Wisdom cries out in the street. In the markets, she raises her voice. At the head of the noisy streets, she cries out. At the entrance of the city gates, she speaks. How long, O simple ones, will you love being simple? How long will scoffers delight in their scoffing, and fools hate knowledge? I don't know if anybody could identify with this. Amen. Hey, please like, subscribe. Like, subscribe. How long, O simple ones, will you love being simple? How long will scoffers delight in their scoffing, and fools hate knowledge? If you turn at my reproof, behold, at wisdom's reproof, behold, I will pour out my spirit to you. I will make my words known to you. Because I have called, and you refuse to listen, you have stretched out my hand, and no one has heeded. Because you have ignored all my counsel, and would have none of my reproof, I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock you when terror strikes you. When terror strikes you like a storm, and your calamity comes in like a whirlwind. When distress and anguish come upon you. Hey, what's up, Chris? What's up? How you doing, man? So wisdom, when we're not following wisdom or seeking wisdom, we have a lot of problems. We run into, I've run into a lot of problems in my life. And we have no excuse for the bad decisions we make, especially when others tell us, right? When others give us good advice. I think a fool despises wisdom. Is written somewhere in here. They will call upon me, and I will not answer. They will seek me diligently, but they will not find me, because they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord. Would have none of my counsel, and despised all my reproof. Therefore they shall eat the fruit of their way, and have the fill of their own devices. Hi, Chris. Hi, Chris. Like and subscribe, brother. Please, thank you. For the simple are killed by their turning away, and the complacency of fools destroys them. But whoever listens to me will dwell secure, and will be at ease without dread or disaster. The value of wisdom. Proverbs chapter 2. Felix from Stray Kids. Hey, appreciate it. Hey, subscribe. If I look like Felix, subscribe. I don't know if that's good or bad. Probably not good. My son, if you receive my words and treasure my commandments with you, make your ear attentive to wisdom and inclining your heart to understanding. Yes, if you call out for insight and raise your voice for understanding, if you seek it like silver, and reach for it as for hidden treasures, then you will understand the fear of the Lord. Stray Kids, I gotta look into that. Then you will understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of God. For the Lord gives wisdom. From his mouth come knowledge and understanding. He stores up sound wisdom for the upright. He is a shield to those who walk in integrity. Yeah, Mochi, please subscribe, brother. Let's get this wisdom together. Guarding the paths of justice and watching over the way of his saints. Then you will understand the righteousness and justice and equity, every good path. For wisdom will come into your heart, and knowledge will be pleasant to your soul. Discretion will watch over you, being discreet, being aware of what's going on around us, and not being foolishly walking into every trap. People that don't like us particularly or would like to see us fall or fail. Discretion will watch over you. Understanding will guard you, delivering you from the way of evil. For real. That's what wisdom's going to do for us. It is doing for us. Delivering you from the way of evil, from men of perverted speech who forsake the paths of uprightness, to walk in the ways of darkness, who rejoice in doing evil, who rejoice in hating on you for no reason. No reason. You mind your own business. And then for some reason people decide to hate on you. And delight in the perverseness of evil. Men whose paths are crooked and who are devious in their ways. Right? So you will be delivered from the forbidden woman, from the adulteress with her smooth words. Hey, how's it going, Stunning Brown? Welcome. Please like, subscribe. Appreciate y'all. So you will be delivered from the forbidden woman, from the adulteress with her smooth words. I don't know if anybody here is married or anything, or watch out for those women. They don't have any, and men too. Those who don't care about you, they just want to use you. From the adulteress with her smooth words, who forsakes the companion of her youth, and forgets the covenant of her God. For her house sinks down to death, and her paths to the departed. Both. Okay, I'll say like this. In a world of this or that, Pac or Biggie, Pepsi or Coke, you know what I mean, Pizza Hut or Domino's, I don't know why we have to choose when we can have both. I don't know how we can have both. I like both. So you will be delivered. Okay, hold on. So you will walk in the way of the good and keep the paths of the righteous. For the upright will inhabit the land, and those with integrity will remain in it. But the wicked will be cut off from the land, and the treacherous will be rooted out of it. My son, do not forget my teaching, but let your heart keep my commandments. For length of days and years of life, and peace they will add to you. Let not steadfast love and faithfulness forsake you. Bind them around your neck. Write them on the tab of your heart. Keep these things in mind, right? So you will find favor and goodness in the sight of God and man, with everyone, everywhere you go. When we walk in peace, love, we got an upright spirit, a pure heart, and wisdom. Everywhere we go, we're blessed. People like you everywhere you go, right? Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your path straight. Be not wise in your own eyes. Don't think too highly of yourself. Never think too highly of yourself. Do not be wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord and turn away from evil. For real. Hey, Oscars, how's it going? Hey, please like, subscribe, y'all. If you would, appreciate y'all. Be not wise in your own eyes, and fear the Lord and turn away from evil. It will be healing to your flesh and refreshment to your bones. It's about staying humble. Appreciate it, dog. It's about staying humble, right? And not being someone who's thinks they're so important, self-important. Those people are fake and phony. They're fake and phony. Stay away from those people. Honor the Lord with your wealth and with the first fruits of your produce. Then your barns will be filled with plenty, and your vats will be bursting with wine. My son, do not despise the Lord's discipline, or be weary of his reproof. For the Lord reproves him whom he loves, as a father, the son, as a father, the son in whom he delights. Blessed is the one who finds wisdom, and the one who gets understanding. For the gain of her is better than the gain from silver, and her profit better than gold. Wisdom is better than gold and silver. And actually, through wisdom, that's how the Lord blesses us in every which way, including the gold and silver. She is more precious than jewels, and nothing you desire can compare to her, to wisdom. Long life is in her right hand. In her left hand are riches and honor. Her ways are ways of pleasantness, and all her paths are peace. Wisdom leads us into peace and pleasantness. Everywhere we go, like I said, she is a tree of life to those who lay hold of her. Those who hold fast are called blessed. We're called blessed. The Lord, by wisdom, founded the earth. By understanding, he established the heavens. By his knowledge, the deeps broke open, and the clouds dropped down the dew. My son, do not lose sight of these. Keep sound wisdom and discretion, and there will be life for your soul. And they will be life for your soul and adornment for your neck. Then you will walk on your way securely, and your foot will not stumble. If you lie down, you will not be afraid. When you lie down, your sleep will be sweet. Do not be afraid of sudden terror, or of the ruin of the wicked when it comes. For the Lord will be your confidence, and will keep your foot from being caught. Do not withhold good from those to whom it's due, when it is in your power to do it. Don't delay. If you can help somebody, help somebody. Don't tell them I can help you later, blah, blah, blah. You know, you help them just like you'd want to be helped. Do unto others, right? Don't say to your neighbor, go and come tomorrow. Go and come again tomorrow, and I'll give it when you have it with you. Do not plan evil against your neighbor who dwells trustingly beside you. Your name is better than... Yeah, you gotta keep your face clean, right? Keep your name right, in right standing everywhere you go. Do not contend with a man for no reason when he has done you no harm. For real, when he's done you no harm. Do not contend with a man for no reason when he's done you no harm. Don't look for trouble, because we're gonna find trouble, right? If we look for trouble, trouble we will find. Do not envy a man of violence, and do not choose any of his ways. For the devious person is an abomination to the Lord, but the upright are in his confidence. The Lord's curse is on the house of the wicked, but he blesses the dwelling of the righteous. Toward the scorners he is scornful, but to the humble he gives favor. That's us. The wise will inherit honor, but fools get disgrace. This is chapter 4 right here, Proverbs. Hear, O sons, a father's instruction, and be attentive, that you may gain insight. For I give you good precepts. Do not forsake my teaching. When I was a son with my father, tender, the only one in the sight of my mother, he taught me and said to me, let your heart hold fast to my words, and keep my commandments and live. They not, bro. Listen, are you a dude? Stunning brown, dude, chick. What's your name, man? Cause hey, we're different. I'll tell you right now, we're peculiar. Every time I come on here, I meet somebody, so I don't know, but it's true. Okay, nice to meet you, chick. What's your name? Tell me about yourself. But yeah, they're not like us for real. And I could go on. That I know. That I know. I live it. This is my life. But I'm Michael, by the way. I'm Michael. The beginning of wisdom is this: get wisdom, and whatever you get insight. Prize her highly, and she will exalt you. She will honor you if you embrace her. East Coast? Yeah, I'm in Florida. I'm in Florida. Yeah, Florida. She will place on your head a graceful garland. She will bestow on you a beautiful crown. Hear, my son, and accept my words, that the years of your life may be many. What, you wish Florida? Florida? What? Where on the East Coast are you from? First of all, yeah, where on the East Coast are you from? Do not forsake her, and she will keep you. Love her, and she will guard you. The beginning of wisdom is this: get wisdom. And wherever you get, and whatever you get insight. Boston, hey, I want to go there one day. Yeah, see, over here it's hot. It's super hot. It's always hot. It's always hot in Florida. I never even seen snow in my whole life. Not yet. I haven't. One day I hope to see snow when I grow up, right? I'm 42, so hopefully one of these days before. All right. Hear, my son, and accept my words, that the years of your life may be many. I have taught you the way of wisdom. Yeah, I never seen snow. You're 42? I mean, are you 42 as well? I have taught you the way of wisdom. I have led you in the paths of uprightness. Cool. What, 83? Born in 83? 80s baby. When you walk, your step will not be hampered, and if you run, you will not stumble. Yup, 83. Me too. It's a good year, right? Yup. Yup. When's your birthday? I want to see who's older. Mine's May 21st. We'll see who's the elder. She'll place on your head a graceful garland. Oh, I already read that. When you walk, your step will not be hampered, and if you run, you will not stumble. September 12th? Yep, okay. I'm your elder. No, I'm just joking. We're both 42. But, um, true. So, but, so, do not enter the path of the wicked, and do not walk in the way of evil. Avoid it. Do not go in it. Turn from it and pass on. For they cannot sleep unless they have done wrong, and have robbed of. They are robbed of sleep unless they have made someone stumble. Right? No, no, no. I like interacting. Normally, I come on here, and like I said, I meet at least one person, and I'll say like this. All right, all right. So obviously, you love the Lord, right? Obviously. Um, yeah. See, I'm starting to get like the goosebumps coming on. Anyways, um, he's doing major things right now. If you check out my channel, if you, I mean if you, it's not like a, oh, check out my channel, subscribe, whatever. I'm trying to say, check me out, cause and it's still I'm always gonna be a little rough around the edges, but the Lord, He's led me through a lot, and my life has been different. We're definitely different. Yep, yep. We're definitely different. Yeah, I'm telling you, every time I come on here, I meet one person, and I'll say like this. This is what I know. I don't know what's going on with you right now, but the Lord's doing big things, big things, big things. And soon, very soon, you probably struggled your whole life like me, right? You probably grew up from with nothing or what have you. Still probably, struggling. I don't know your story. You check out my testimony. You quit? Hey, that's good. That's good. Congratulations. That is good. That's what we're supposed to do, right? That's a wise decision. That's a wise decision. What's your name? I'm like I said, I'm Michael. What's your name? I'm in a situation right now where it feels like house arrest. That's good. See, that's called obedience. Now, when we're obedient, that's when he continues to bless us, right? And in many ways. Oh, he told you to quit or else. That's a strong word. That's definitely a strong word of warning. But what's your name so I know, or what do you want so I can call you something? Sasha. Nice to meet you, Sasha. Yeah. So, all right. Have you ever heard, and this is just me being real, okay, like say, have you ever heard of targeted individuals and things like this? It happens to us a lot, us chosen. Yeah, nice to meet you. The chosen, or the remnant. Check out my testimony. Yeah, check out my testimony if you want. If you're bored sometime, check out my testimony. It's just a few. It's like 4 videos, and it only touches on it. It's not even close to describing. My life has been way different. But I'll say like this. Um, see, I wish. See, that's why I like talking with people. Okay, now we're talking. I'm trying to tell you. Look it, look it. See, I got the goosebumps going on. See, that's why I always meet one person when I come on here. So far, I'm not saying it's not like a prophecy, you know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, I always meet one person when I come on here. At least it's just one, and I come away, and there is always someone that I'm supposed to meet. It's ironic. It's ironic. But okay, so you're gang stalked. See, me, it started. It, it started way back when, right? Before you knew about it. Way before you knew about it. Psalms 91. Amen. I had Morgellons. Have you ever heard of Morgellons? They call it a Morgellons disease. Anyways, that's how I found out about the blood, and then from there, because the Lord reveals to us things that you know are straight to us. Yeah, Morgellons. Check that out. Or I have a video about it. You know what I mean? The testimony. And if you look it up, I had it. I had it for like 2 months. It was crazy. But from there, I learned about the blood. And from the blood, then here came the gang stalking. And look, well, like you could tell when you look at someone's eyes that we're different, right? The eyes are the window to the soul. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. But we're different. We are chosen. We are truly chosen. And the Lord is doing big things right now. And what I try to tell you, the last couple years of my life has been so crazy in a good way, though. In a good way. In a good way. Right? I mean, in a good way. And really soon, see, I don't know how it works, how everything works, but really soon, we're going to be good. We're going to be good in a lot of ways. And it's not about finances or anything like that, but we're not going to want for nothing. you know. And I'm telling you, when I meet people on here, I'm gonna end up writing your name down. If you put a, like, just because, look, you're here, nobody else is here. That's how it always happens, and I'm cool with it. It's the Lord's timing on, when everything happens and all that. But what I'm saying is, it's always what He's about to do for a bunch of us is gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. He's already doing it. He's already doing it. Trust me. And I don't know how it works, but okay, in the same way, okay, gang stalking, being targeted, you understand that. You know that you know, listen, I've been poisoned multiple times. I've everything followed the one headlight. You know what I mean? That's a symbol with the one eye. Everywhere I go, uh, people always having a problem with me. And I'm cool. I'm like everywhere I go, I'm friendly. Yup. And then um, my own family turned against me. I had, on the inside, it started it started crazy, when with the gang stalking and all that. But yo, Marco, what's up? See, all right, Sasha, this is Marco. Marco, this is Sasha. I've seen this. Uh, Marco is one of the my brother from another mother who I met before on here. But yeah, all right. So Sasha, so with the gang stalking and everything, if you check out my thing, I'm telling you. But um, family ain't family no more. Yeah, welcome. Hey, we're all the same. I'll tell you right now, we're the same. But yeah, you know what? With the family thing, you know what the Lord showed me. All right, through that whole thing, by those who tried to Judas us, for real, they tried to Judas us. I'm just saying, and I forgive him. It took me a long time. I forgave from my heart, but now I can actually see. I can be in the midst, and I don't feel that like that, like you playing Operation back in the day. Yeah, but so I forgave from my heart, and I forget what I was saying. Be honest with you, I'm excited with this. Um, but yeah, Sasha, I forgave and I forgive, and the Lord is doing big things right now. I'm telling you, I'm not saying everything. Marco knows a little bit of my story. I explained it with him. Oh, oh, there you go. Family, family. Yes, Sasha. The Lord shows us through the betrayals, right? The difference between family and relatives. So, you know what I mean? He's just revealing to us. We have our loved ones, those who don't turn their back on us, those who don't sell us out. Those are our family. Those who turn against us for a little bit of money, for a little bit of silver, those are our relatives. They forfeit, the right to be called family in my eyes. I'm still cordial with them, you know, to the best of my ability. But the Lord just uses that to reveal who's our family and who is our relatives. They all used to be family. I used to call them all family, but I can no longer, in, you know, honestly call everyone family. You're my family, just like the word says. You know what I mean? Whoever serves the Lord is my brother, my sister, my mother. That's what He said, and that's the way it is with us. You were talking about, I get resistance from mine too. It's strange, brother. And it's just, yeah, it's strange because we're different. We're just different. I'm telling you right now, because we're peculiar, right? In a good way. We're not different in a bad way. We're blessed. Wolves in sheep clothing, bro. They keep close to see what I'm doing, quick to criticize and never to praise. But I bless them and keep them in arms. That's what we do. We love them from a distance. We love them from a distance. Yeah, Sasha. Hey, I'm telling you, Sasha, you gotta leave. When you check out my channel, you gotta leave a comment. I'm telling you, I'm adding you. I got three. No, I got one, two, three. I think I got four people on my list. I'm telling you, if you're still, I mean, you hung around this long, and you see, we recognize each other by our just by being like what we're our speech, or we just we recognize. I'll say it like this: we are few and far between, but we recognize each other when we're seeing, right? Real recognize real. And I'm gonna tell you, I used this last stream when I met this other person. Here's why it's just like this. Look, it's just like the ugly duckling story. And I'm not calling myself ugly. I'm not calling nothing to do with physical appearance. But what I'm saying is it's just like the ugly duckling, right? You heard that story before. And all the ducks, they grew up, they're always different, peculiar. And everyone, oh, look at them, they're different. They think different. They got that beak, or they honk while we quack. Well, the Lord shows we are different. We're set apart. We're set aside, and we are swans. We were never ducks to begin with. You were never a duck. You've always been a beautiful swan, for real, for real. It's not like a, it's not like a, yup, exactly. We are breaking. How do they refer to that? We are. We are those to break the chains. It's true. It's true. You know it's true. You know I'm telling you true. And I'm telling you, Sasha, yeah, you're gang stalk. That's for a reason. You know why? Because what's happening right now and what's been happening, like I'm telling you, look, check out my testimony with the Morgellons, to the, the gang stalking, to the targeting, to the poisoning, to the this, to that. It's the enemy trying to get us to join the club, or take ourselves out, or end up in a loony bin, or lash out irrationally and get locked up. That's the plan. That's the plan. But it ain't happening because we're in the Lord's hands. For real. You know what's weird? Generational curses. This is something too. When I was a child, I think I wasn't even that old. I never knew about the Lord. I didn't grow up in a house. The Lord wasn't present. We didn't go to church. We didn't. I never. The Bible. What's that? Right? But the Lord spoke to me one day. I forget how old I was. See, the I'm with you on that. I'll say it like this. Anyways, the Lord. Two things. Let me finish. The generational curse. The Lord spoke to me when I was like 9, or whatever, telling me, and I just sat there and I spoke on my bed. I'm just sitting there like this, and I didn't even know hearing from the Lord was. I wasn't even saved, and I just said, I have to break this generational curse. I go, I have to break this generational curse. What's that? And then I remember I went to my sister and said, what's a generational curse? You know what I mean? And she's like, I don't know. I said, I don't know either, but I got to break it. Ain't that crazy? Okay, Sasha, check me out. Just for my, listen. I'll say like of relationships, right? Okay, help forgive. Check me out. Look, I promise you this. I did not, I forgave, let's say with the gang stalkers, right? With the handlers that are in our midst, the ones who actually sold us out, and or actually betrayed us. Is, you know what I mean? That's a hard pill to swallow, right? And I forgave. But whenever I was around them, whenever they came around, I still had this like, because my mind and my heart is saying danger, danger. It's saying, fox in the hen house, like protect my family against these people. And I'm a man, so, and I can't take action or do anything because that's not the way. That's going to get me in trouble. Something happened the other day, and I actually seen one of them, and I was just like, "Hey, how's it going?" And I shook his hand, and I'm telling you this. When I shook his hand, I felt I felt a surge coming through, like something came through, like a surge come through, and all of a sudden he's like, "Oh, I don't feel good. That's weird. I'm dizzy." I swear to you. And it's not that it's not that. And then you know what I did? I prayed for him. Did he feel better? But when I shook his hand, This happened on Christmas. On Christmas Day, I walked up. I said, "Hey, how's it going, bro?" And I reached out, and when it just like this, I swear, it says "shoom," just like that, just like that. And he was like, "I feel dizzy." Like it, yeah. Anyways, it don't matter. But that's why we forgive. But I'll say like this: in relationships, right? That's what relationships are. When we're in a relationship, we want to see change. We can't like if let's say if you have a husband or a wife, right? I'm just saying we go boyfriend girlfriend. I'm not doing that no more. But what I'm saying is husband or wife, we can keep it boyfriend girlfriend. But what I'm saying is, when you see someone that they do something, it's like, oh man, that hurt. Like now, I'm still with you. I'm loyal. See, we're loyal. Tell me if you're not loyal. Tell me if you're not super loyal to a fault. I know you are. I know you are. So, but when we see that, it hurts. But it's like, okay, now I have to see. This is this is what I desire to see. This is what I desire to see. I'm not asking. I'm not perfect. She's not perfect. I just need to see this much change. And it's called like. And then when we see that, that goes away. There's always going to be another thing though. In regard to gang stalkers and stuff like that, that's a whole different ball game. That's a whole different ball game. I think only the Lord. I'll say like this: He did something to me in my heart. I couldn't do it. I couldn't forgive them. I couldn't. I didn't want to, but He helped me do it. He helped me do it. Yeah, Sasha. So this is cool. I'm telling you. I hope you leave me one comment, so that I'm telling you, we're blessed. We are blessed, and we haven't seen nothing yet. For real. God removed wrath from me, which knew no limits, just in time also. Now I'm a new creation. Amen, bro. Amen. Now, I'm not going to lie. When, with the whole gang stalking thing, when that happened, when they were coming around my family, I'm like this too. You can mess with me. You can mess with me. You can do whatever, whatever. I'm resilient. But when I see people coming towards and for my family, even surveillance wise, something comes over me. I can't just sit back. I can't just sit back and let people get that close to my family. I'm going to do something, and I have, and I will. And we'll figure it out afterwards, right? We'll have to figure this out afterwards. That's how I'm living my life. Now, is that the right thing to do? I don't know. Is that the way I'm going to react every time? I hope not. But whatever it is, I will. Who's still here? Marco, you still here? Or Sasha? Took a lot of pain to become this peaceful. True. All right, bro. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to Sasha, but yeah, bro. Hey, you see, I've been putting out. I don't know if you've checked out my channel or not, but I've been putting out more words too. Oh, all right, cool, cool, cool. So yeah, Sasha. I'm okay. So I'm just excited. I appreciate that you're still here. I swear. It's like I'm on house arrest. I'm not really on house arrest, but it's like I'm on house arrest for now. And hey, if you really wanna help a brother in Christ out, you know what you could do? If you really, really want to help me out, you could share one of my suck. All right, yeah, it froze. See, I don't know what's going on. It might be my Wi-Fi. I don't have a phone. I have a phone, but I don't have like a phone. But yeah, if hey guys, I swear, if you see a short of mine or a video that doesn't suck, like in production, or if you share it, look, you help me out big time, and it's gonna work for everybody. I promise. I explained. to Marco what's going on, and it sounds completely insane. But you know, if you're gang stalked, okay, Sasha, okay, check me out. You know, do you know who's behind the gang stalking? I know, I know you know who's behind the gang stalking, right? It's the big club, it's them. They want us to, the whole purpose is, like I said, to either get us to eliminate ourselves, uh, for one, to discredit us, to have everyone turn against us, right? So they don't believe us. What for one, because we sound, the more we talk about it, the more crazy we sound. And then on top of that, excuse me, excuse me, everything the Lord reveals to us, right? They don't want that being heard. They don't want that being heard. So, and everything, whatever He reveals to us, whether it's in His Word, whether it's, you know, because we got the eyes to see and the ears that hear, whether it's a anointing that He has given or a seal or whatever, they don't want that getting out. They don't want people. They want to make us look crazy. That's the whole point. Or even the fact that we could see through all the BS in the world, you know, on the world stage and all that. That's, they don't want people to listen to us. So that's fine. I don't need. We don't need people to listen to us. It really don't matter. They believe that it's going to take everyone coming together to make a big. The Lord don't need a million. The Lord don't need everyone. The Lord don't need anyone. He don't need anyone. He chooses us to use us for His purpose, right? But He don't need anyone. He could do whatever He wants without anyone. They don't know that for some reason. Yeah. So it doesn't matter. They think that by they think that by trying to prevent people being heard, right? That's going to stop. It's not. But you know who it is. It's the secret societies. It's all of them. That's what the one headlight is. And like I say, you know, that's what it's all about. But then, you know, do you know who you are yet? I mean, you've got to have a good idea. You love the Lord. You're not perfect. You're welcome back, brother. You're not perfect, right? But you love the Lord, and He's sanctifying us in the process. But for some reason, everything always seems to work out for us. Also known as being blessed and highly favored, right? Even every time the enemy comes against me, he'll either show me something about that situation, or he'll cause that situation to crumble, or he'll cause other people to come again if we stay out of it. I'll say this, Sasha. You know what I did? I'll say this, and this is testimony to the Lord, right? When I was going, exactly, brother, just like the parable of the, and I believe it's called, you know, parable of the Pharisee and publican. You know, the Pharisee is like, oh, thank you, I'm so blessed that I fast 3 times a week. And I'm not against fasting or none of the things, but I'm saying I do this, I do that, and I'm not like those sinners over there, right? And then the publican comes and says he can't even look up. He just beats his chest, says, God, thank you for uh, your grace, or your love and grace towards a sinner like me. And Jesus said that man walked away more justified than the other one, right? It's humility. It's not, look at me, I'm so, you know, anointed. Look at me, I'm so special, right? That's fake and phony. That's called being fake and phony. That's why I stay away from those people best I can. I got love for them. If I encounter them, I'm going to be cordial, but I know who's who. I know who's who. So do you. Oh, but testimony. Check me out, Sasha. When the gang stalking thing really, really kicked off and picked up, right? Yeah, the grandiose, yeah, the self-exalting. Look at me, or, you know, it's like I see other live streams. I don't know. I'm not gonna get into it, but I see other live stream where I go on people's live stream But then you'll see people trying to, like, attention seeking, and like, oh, let me, like, they're, I don't get it. And I'm just saying, because I like to go check other people out and stuff. But then that's just a whole nother thing. That's actually a relational thing. So that I'm going through. Testimony. Check this out. So in the beginning of that, when the gang stalking really kicked off, and it went over, peacocks, for real, peacocks, for real, for real. You're right. Yeah, they got to get that. It's like, hey, look at me. Especially if like, say if it's like, you see it, and especially if it's like dudes, and if it's a chick doing a live stream, they wanna, let me get the attention. Let me, let me. You know what I mean? It's just like, I'm just in the background. You know, I didn't come to preach a sermon. I came to hear a word, right? I came to hear a word. Anyways, so peacocks. That's a good term. Oh, in the beginning, and when it went over, I remember, look, this is the prayer, and I still pray it to this day. Exactly. My people. My people. You're my people, Sasha, for real. You're my people, for real. In the beginning of the gang stalking, though, check it out. I prayed. I said, Lord, I said, I don't know what I did to cause all this. Like, I stirred up a hornet's nest. If I did something wrong, please forgive me. Please forgive me and show me what I did wrong. But also, yeah, I said, but also, if I didn't do anything wrong, I ask you either way to judge righteously, expeditiously, even if it falls on my own head. In Jesus' name, thank you. Amen. And that's what I would pray this constantly, because the first time I did it, the first time I prayed that prayer, guess what happened? Within 2 weeks, actually that week, and then continue to the next week, both those, the ones we have a hard time forgiving, right? One, both of them couldn't walk. A knee, one of them had a problem with his knee, and then the other one was my cousin, problem with his feet. A third one ended up getting hurt on his job. I'm not celebrating it. I'm just saying it's what the Lord did, where he almost lost his arm, had his skin tore all the way down. You know, he had to get airlifted to the city. You know what I mean? Because I'm kind of in the country right now, near a city. Another one got in a car accident. Car totaled. Not like he had money to get, you know, one as good. I'm sure he had insurance. That's what happened. But because I prayed. I said, Lord, I don't know what's going on, but it's like I stirred up a hornet's nest, and I don't know what I did. I already knew I was targeted. You know what I mean? And from the Morgellons and all that. But that's what happened, and I continue that prayer. I don't. I want to be in right standing with. I said, where I see. I'm trying to. When a man is in right standing with the Lord, he causes even his enemies to be at peace with him, right? I want to be in right standing with God. Exactly, for messing with a child of God, for real. I want to be in right standing with God, and I know he fights all my battles. I'm not saying if someone came, I'm going here or there, and someone came to attack my family, of course I'm going to defend myself the best of my ability, just depending on, through discernment, you know what I mean, how I could do that, how I shouldn't do that, operate. But I'll die for my family, I know that. No, if anyone wanted to hurt my family or loved ones, they gotta, I'll have to be gone first. I'll have to be, exactly. I'll have to be gone first. It would have to be my end before they can get to my family. But anyways, that's with anybody, right? That's how we should be. That's how we should be. But yeah, that's the prayer I prayed, and then I witnessed it all happen. I witnessed it. Because the Lord loves us. We're favored. We're blessed and highly favored. For real. For real. For real. And it goes back to, okay, see, I don't know. There's all kind of things I could talk about. All kind of things. even with it all the way down to the blood and everything. It's in your bloodline. I don't care what your blood type is, but trust and how I had to learn and research into blood a lot, or I was, you know, captivated by the subject. I would like that, bro. I just got this one. I got like three right here. But this one right here, I'm really digging it. It's like a study Bible. I'm trying to get in the word, get right. Um, but yeah, Sasha, even with that, I don't know. Do you got kids? I'm just saying, like, and I'm sure you probably do know your blood type and all that. It don't matter, but I'm telling you, you're not just different. You're different. You're peculiar in a real way. No, I'm not. I'm not a veteran. I tried to I tried to join the military like 10 times, but it just wasn't in God's plan for me. Actually, first time I was trying to join when I was younger, I ended up doing a bunch of dumb stuff, stealing a car, wrecking it, punching a paramedic, broke my leg. They tried to touch it. I sat up and hit. It's just a long story. It's a bunch of stupid stuff. You know what I mean? I didn't. It wasn't. I didn't go. Steal someone's car. It was my. It was actually my grandfather's. It was my grandmother's husband's car, and I used to go. I used to take everyone's car at night and go. Everyone. As soon as everybody went to sleep, and I would find the keys, and I was gone. Young and dumb. But it's like the saying, before we must first be young and dumb before we could be old and wise, right? Well, I've made a lot of bad decisions. A lot. At least I know that my children, I'll be able to explain a lot why not to do something. Not just don't do it because it's not wise, but I'll no, don't do it because of this and that. And then from here comes that. And then from there, you get like four different things could happen from there. All bad, all bad. But if you do this is going to be, turn into that. And then that could turn to four things. Exactly. Exactly. The headlight story that saves your. Oh, check this out, Sasha. Okay. This is, again, like I said, I could go on and on and on and on and on and on and on. But, yeah, even before I was a believer, before I, you know, uh, surrendered to the Lord, I had people coming at me, telling me about Him, this, that, and the other thing. But I'm telling you, even this one time, I had, because I just done some weird, it's in my testimony, check it out. Like, I had this one guy who came, and he's different like us, right? And he actually got to me to where I listened to him. I was willing to listen to him. He ain't come at me all religious and fake and phony and telling me something he didn't walk or understand, right? I'm just saying, I'm being honest. Anyways, there was one night, and I end up, listen, I was 18, 19, drinking, this is what I listen to music, all this, and I was young and dumb. I wanted to go around the corner, get me some weed. I don't know why. I mean, I'm just saying it's not for me. But I done worse. I'm telling you, look, the Lord delivered me from actual addiction because later in my life I was, you know what I mean. I got into intravenous stuff like a real fool. I've been, I feel like I made a million mistakes, but He's shown me. Anyways, I went around the corner to get some weed that night, and for some reason, who, Marco? So I went around the corner to get some weed, and then for some reason, the right, who you at? Who you asking, Sasha, about? Yeah, Marco is Scottish. He's from Scotland. When I went around the corner, right, and the same, I'm waiting. It's a basketball court. It was where you go. But the car that pulled up, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, I just need, this, that. And for some reason, that night, it didn't go down like that. All of a sudden, the doors open up, and I'm just sitting here like, oh man, why are the doors opening up? Everybody's getting out. So then I'm backing up. Me? No, no, nope. I'm, uh, background is Irish, German, and Welsh. Why do I seem do I seem like I got some Spanish in me? I don't think I look like it, but I'm from South Florida. Maybe the way I talk, I don't know. But check me out. Yeah. So then when they got out, then they're walking over, and then one dude gets in front. Like there's three of them, and then one dude pulls out a pistol, and he doesn't point it at me, but he pulls it out. And the other dude said, "You can go ahead and do them if you want, or do it if you whatever he said. Do it if you want, right? And you know, get that dude. Basically, I'm just being, what he called me. It don't matter. But now I'm sitting there like, oh dang, true. And then, dude, I'm sitting there scared. Like, honestly, I don't know what's going on. All of a sudden, behind me, headlights turn on, and is blinding all their eyes. I mean, like high beams, and they're sitting there like, who's that? Who's that? And I'm like, I'm not even looking back. I'm like, I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is, right? And then all of a sudden, then they're like, let's get out of here. They run, jump back in the car, and then they jump back in the car and go back in down the street. Then I turn, I look, I see the car, I start to run, right? And I'm not a fast runner, so I gotta do what I gotta do right there in front. It's gonna happen. But when I'm running past this car, right, I'm running. And this was in 2000, 2001, maybe. And when I run past the car, I'm running. I run next. And it was an older car. It was a Chevy Caprice. Well, no, it was a Chevy Caprice, a box Chevy. I like in it, like an 88, 89, not a bubble. And then when I ran in the clear windows, I ran and I looked while I'm going by. Nobody's in the car. Nobody's in the car. The headlights just happened to turn on and blind these dudes. I was about to get shot for fun, for stripes or something, for a name. But the Lord protected me. And anyways, then I didn't know it was the Lord. Again, just like all throughout my youth. Yeah, that's just one thing. One thing. It's just like I told you, like when the Lord spoke to me when I was young, 8, 9, about I gotta break this generational curse. I didn't know that was the Lord. It's like Samuel. It's like Samuel when he heard the voice of the Lord, and it says, and First Samuel talking about, he didn't know the Lord or his word at that time, but he heard someone calling him Samuel, and he went up to Eli, and he was like, yes, and Eli was like, I didn't call you, so he went back to bed, and it happened 2 more times. And on the 3rd time, Eli said, answer, answer and say, yeah, yes, Lord, your servant is, or basically saying, yes, Lord, I'm ready. You know what I mean? I'm not sure I'm butchering that, but that's what it is. In the same way the Lord saved me. Oh, just like you, Sasha. We've been spared time after 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 time. There's a lot of people that don't want you living, obviously. You're gang stalked. You're targeted. That's what it is. But you're still here. You're still here. You're still here. Let me see if I could turn on my other phone. Hard to kill, for real. But that's just one thing. Anyways, I went back home, without anything that I was looking for, right? Obviously. And I remember I went back, picked up my beer because I always drank malt liquor, the big, 32 ounce, you know. And then I was just like, what was that? What was that? That was Lord. I didn't know it. I'm trying to see because I got like 7%. But anyways, yeah, I really appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I swear it's like I'm on house arrest. I'm not really on house arrest, but I'm isolated like crazy. I had an idiot phone me the other day. He thought I was dumb. I played dumb. Hey, is this still on? No, this ain't on. Hey, because that's how you do, right? It takes a intelligent person to play dumb effectively. Am I right or am I right? To effectively play dumb. Yeah, yeah, we gotta play all kind of things. All kind of things. But yeah, I swear. Yeah, Sasha. See, this is why I like meeting people like us. We got so much we could talk about. We have so much we could, and it's never boring. It's never boring at all. See, in a way, look, I swear, like I'm coming on live, and my goal is to, you know, my goal is to share the word. You're right. It's right to preach the word and to meet people. Also, for me, the subscriber thing is gonna get me to the. It is weird. I wish I could explain it to you, but it's super crazy. But that's what's gonna get me out of my situation. I'll put it like that. And my situation is super crazy. So I appreciate y'all subscribing for real. And I've erased like with Marco. Marco, remember that live? I see. I take that stuff. A lot of stuff I say, I take it down because it's. I don't know. It sounds too crazy. Too crazy. Michael, any tips on cursing? I notice you don't do it. I struggle with it and call it swearing. They call, hey, check me out, bro. I am not perfect. I mean, you know that. We know that. But I've been working on this. The Lord's been leading me to not. I don't know. I don't talk to nobody, bro. I don't talk to anybody. I'm in isolation like crazy, like crazy. But when I do, the only time, yeah, explosion. Where's the explosion? Oh yeah, Sasha. Sasha, you gotta see Marcos. You gotta see it. You gotta see what the Lord did with him. That's why I'm telling you, we're different. We're different. We're different. You gotta see it. You gotta see it. You gotta see his testimony, his pictures. The Lord done crazy stuff. Crazy. I gotta plug this in, y'all. Um, Let me see if I can plug this in. I don't know. I'm trying. Oh, can you hear me? Can you hear me now? No? Oh, are you on Insta? Can y'all hear me? Alright. Yeah, Sasha. You should see. You should see Marco's testimony. I'm telling you, it'll blow your mind. It's just like everything else. It's just like everything else. With it's just like everything else. It's a miracle. Just like all of our stories. We are. Hey, what's up, Mason? Hey, subscribe, bro.
Subscribe, bro. All right. Hi, Tiffany. How you doing, Mason? Honestly, I'm just joking. Welcome to the chat. We're having a cool conversation. You look, are you a child of God, Mason? Just a question. Either way, I don't. Yeah. Either way, you know what I mean. If you believe in God or not, I never did for a long time. But anyways, welcome, brother. This is Sasha. That's Marco. Is Mason your name? But yeah. So Sasha, that's why I'm telling you. You know we're different. Sounds like much, but we can hear you. Okay. Um, how about now? Can you hear me now? I'm gonna plug this back in a minute, but check it out. Yeah. So we're different. Thank you. Yeah, so this is what I love coming on here. And I welcome you. Oh, you love God, Mason? You love the Lord Jesus Christ? Anyhow, that's why I love coming on here because I always run into us's. I call it, and I'm not judging, but I know we're different. We're peculiar. We're set apart. And then I run into us's, and we're few and far between. This makes my whole day. Welcome, Mason. Mason, if you want to, hey, if you want to help brother out, if you hit the like, hit the subscribe. If you don't, if you check out my content, you don't like it, unsubscribe me, bro. But I think you'll like it. I think you'll like it. If you want to help me out, I'm trying to get up out of this situation. And anyways, plus I put out words for the Lord. Mason, Mason Betha is for hire. Who sings that? Is that a band? But yeah, that's why I love coming on here because I always run into us's, and it makes my whole day. This makes my whole week. This makes my whole. I'll be honest with you. This makes my whole month. My whole month. It feels worth it. But yeah, we could go on and on about what the Lord's done for us, right? It's crazy. Yeah, I know. Like Children of the Corn. Uh, I know Cameron and Mace. I'm just saying, like, I'll check out that. I'll check that out. Um, dang. Yeah, Mason. Welcome, bro. What's your name? Where you from? Yeah, 83. Remember? 83, 80s baby. So we understand the same stuff. I'm sure. I'm sure we listen to similar. I listen to everything. I don't know about you, but if it sounds good and I like it, I listen to it. You know, I don't. I don't. If it don't sound good, I don't listen to it. If I'm not okay, check it out. This is how we know we feel it. If I feel it, if I'm feeling it, then I'm listening. If I just hear, it's just like with people. If I feel with a person, if I feel a person when they're talking, that's where I'm I'm captivated. Where you from, Mason? Where you from? But yeah, yeah. But see, I wish I could like see people. The song is Horse and Carriage. Yardy. What's Yardy? Hey, you know what I think about when I think about Boston? I think about like the town, or I think about, oh yeah, Yardy. Okay, okay, I got you. I got you. I think about the town, or I think about Goodwill Hunting whenever I think about Boston. Um, but yeah. Anyways, what am I talking about? wish I could see. Wouldn't it be cool, right? If we actually had a place where we could like actually all pop up on it. Is there a way to pop people up on this thing? I don't know. I don't even know if people would want to pop up on the thing, but I think that would be cool. Especially in isolation. I don't know if you guys are super duper isolated where the walls are closing in on you and all that. StreamYard app, is that a thing? Listen, I'm just saying, if y'all, if StreamYard, bro, but Zoom is better, more private for our people. If y'all ever, I'm not saying, I know like we look, everyone just came on a live and you know what I mean, and it's like, oh yeah, that's cool. But I'm telling, hey, if by some chance at some point y'all want to talk, I'm down because it gets the walls get to closing in around here. Oh, oh, okay. I'm getting now. I understand Mason. Okay, all right. But um, yeah, I don't know, y'all. Let me plug this.
All right. But what else about you, Sasha? What else about you? Like, all right, so you're 42. What do you and your gang stalk? Do you know your blood type? Just curious. Like I say, it don't really matter because you know who you are. Okay, okay, okay. Right. Do you know if it's okay? See, I'm AB negative, and then where I found out. Do you know your personality type? Do you know that? I don't know if you ever looked into that kind of thing. Like me, I'm a. Are you introverted? Are you I don't know if you ever heard about. I'm an INFJ when it comes to that. Also, like I said, blood type. What introverted? A lot of us, I find out if you look into these things, this is what I find out we have. This is what I found out through the Morgellons thing, which told me about the blood. And if you check out my testimony, I promise you, if you check it out when you're bored, you'll see. I had this thing with my daughter's mother, right? When I was younger. I don't remember how old I was. Maybe 30, 29. But she was Jewish, right? And I'm from South Florida, right? That's where I grew up. I'm in the country now. But when I went to the doctors, I had, when she was pregnant, and this is before I understood it all at all. The Morgellons connected the dots, right? When I went there, because she's Jewish, all the doctors are Jewish, everyone's Jewish. And then when I went there, they told me they needed my records because they had to see if our blood was compatible. And if it wasn't compatible, they told me that she would have to get a shot. So I said, okay, whatever. I think I signed for my records to be whatever. When we went back the next time, the phlebotomist lady, she was saying, "Oh, and your blood came back. Your blood test came back. You guys have the same type." so you don't have to get any shot and you don't have to worry about it, right? And then, so she said, my daughter's mother, who I used to call my baby mama back in the day, she said, he's got the Jewish blood, and the doctor said, or the phlebotomist lady went, uh, yeah, like that. And she turned, she goes, my Jew, and she gave me a hug. I'm just like this. I'm just like, hey, whatever it takes for your family, for you not to hate me like your family does, right? Because her family hated me because I wasn't Jewish. But it turns out I am, right? And I'm not talking about, you know, those who say they are but are not. I'm not talking about those. And then I didn't know what that meant. I had no idea. So, you know what's funny? From there, from that point on, that's when her family invited me. It's like to dinner, and then I got invited to go meet the rabbi at the temple. For real. And I'm going there, and then he won, you know, this, that, and the other. I'm not denying the Lord for anyone. We're all screwed in this flesh. That's why we're being tested spiritually. Amen. Amen. Check this out, Sasha. Then later on, when I had the Morgellons thing, I promise, it sounds like, look, it sounds like the stupidest thing ever. The stupidest name, right? Like a make believe. It is, if you check out my testimony, it's on there. It's brief, but it sucked. It's like a modern day kind of um what do they call that? So I don't know. I get my mind wanders. What do they call that? Leprosy almost. It's like that, but it's not. It's nanotechnology. It's nanotechnology. You have the strands that are coming out of your body, and these strands that come out, you get sores everywhere. The strands, when I would, they look like threads off your shirt, right? They look like threads off your shirt. But if they're laying there, yeah, 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 it was painful, but also it was more so like like you just feel like like you just feel I don't want to say scary. I don't even know what scary is. Like I don't remember the last time I was really scared, but I'll say this. Like it sucks. You don't know what's going on. So from there though, look, the strands that are there, if the strands are outside of your body, right? Because you wake up, they're on your bed, they're here, they're there. When you when I would put my finger like this towards the strand lifts up and starts doing this, like it's reaching for me, and I'm like I don't know if I'm going crazy, but also when I'd wake up in the morning and check, they have videos on this. Check it out, it's real. When I would wake up, I would have little black specks, little orange spheres, very tiny, and little white looking like lint balls all over my bed. Yeah, yes, wild. Imagine, and you can't talk about it when to very many people. I talked about it with my sister, you know what I'm saying, and my a girl I was talking to at the time. That's it, because you're gonna sound crazy. So I didn't know what it was, but I'd wake up every morning. My bed would be covered with those things, with the black specks, the orange spheres, and the white fluffy. I'm telling you, my life's been like a movie. It's still like a movie right now. And but I figured like I'd write a book and put it under a pseudonym, right? Because it sounds crazy. But the Lord told me not to go to the doctor. That's what's crazy. Because I'm like, what do I do? And then come to find out, everyone who went to the doctor for Morgellons, they got a diagnosis of psychosis. Until, right, the CDC, I think it was like another, I don't know how many more. I think it was like another 3 4 years after I experienced it that they finally acknowledged it as a actual condition and not psychosis, but then they call it a skin condition. It's not, it's nanotechnology. And it either is attracted to certain physiologies or certain people's physiologies force it out, and we all got it. I think it's the spraying in the air. Yeah, it is our spirit too. But I'm telling you, this is how they mark out certain bloodlines. And I know, I we could really get into. I know who I come from. It's in our names too. It's in our names. It's in your surname. Your surname has a meaning. Your name has a meaning. Y'all, if you look up Morgellons, you'll see what I'm talking about. I'm telling you, it sucks. It sucks. But from there, check me out. I'm sending my sister. I've sent him. I'm the chick I was talking to. Hello, hello, Haley. Welcome, welcome to the chat. Thank you for stopping here. We're just chilling. Hey, like and subscribe if you want to help a brother out, for real. But yeah. So when I had that happen, then I was looking for what had happened. My sister, who was a nurse, ended up sending me. Is it this? No, Haley. Wait, is your name Haley? And where are you from? Where are you from? Haley. Wait, is your name Haley? And where are you from? Where are you from? But check it out. Then I'm looking it up, and then I find out it's all of us with the same characteristics. The same characteristics. A lot of us, you know what I mean? Same personality types. Introverted. Yeah, it is Buffer City. We're introverted, but we love the Lord. Also, like it came down to the majority of it happened to people with Rh negative blood types, and the Rh negative factor. Then I remember that that's what they were talking about in the when my daughter's mother, when she was pregnant, because when she was like, he's got the Jewish blood, and she said, the lady was like, yeah, almost like, yeah, we're not supposed to talk about that, or yeah, like it was weird. And then she said, my Jew. Can you still hear me? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I'm just joking. Can you hear me now? All right, I was about to do this because I'm a dork. Because I'm a dork. Still no sound, Marco? Marco, maybe back out and come back in. Okay, okay. Yeah, I was about to do this because I'm a dork. You know what I'm saying? Play games, but check me out. This is what I'm saying, Sasha. When it took me back, right? Hey, I just got another phone. I got blessed, thank God, because my other phone was shutting off like 100 times a day while I'm trying to make videos to put out and content and anyways, whatever the Lord gives me. But it sucked, right? Oh. But the Lord took me back to the with my daughter's mother and the thing with the blood having to match because with the shot, Rh negative. I'll get into that. But when she said, "Oh, he's got the Jewish blood," and she was like, yeah," and she was like, "My Jew," all this stuff. But then the lady said, "But you," talking to her, I'm just sitting there. I know these people don't like me, for whatever, or they were looking at me like I was different. Also, I'm treated different. But then she was like, "But you are the universal donor to my daughter's mother, and he's the rare. He's the rarest." I still didn't know what that meant because I didn't know my blood. But she's O negative and I'm AB negative. And it wasn't until the Morgellons thing that I'm looking it up, and it's mainly affecting the people with the Rh negative. And then even if you're not Rh negative, hey, what's up, Steve? What up, bro? But even if you're not Rh negative, I'm telling you, it's through the generations and it's in you. Listen, that's like it's in you because that's how we get one what they call allele from our mother and one from our father. If we get a positive and a positive, we're positive. If we get a negative and negative, we're negative. Uh, they could have a positive and negative and be a positive. This is what happened to me and my sister. My father had a positive. They're both positive, but we got a negative from each one of our parents, and we popped out. And we popped out negative. But that's it. Ran it all the way back, and then the shot, right? I, I, as a man, it don't matter. I'll say wife, because I'm I'm gonna be married. The Lord told me I'm gonna be married. I'm gonna have children, more children. Is a big thing. All this other stuff He's spoken to me, and then all this other stuff, it's gonna happen. But um, but yeah. So basically, it don't matter as a man. That's negative. It don't matter what the woman is. So it's just like Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, right? Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. Even when even when they chose a lot of the times, or even Moses, or even in King David's lineage, you know what I mean? With Rahab, I believe she was I forget where she's from, but she was from outside, but it don't matter. Me as a man, it don't matter what the woman is. It's just gonna continue. But if the woman is Rh negative and the man is not negative, the baby, check it out, her body will reject and attack even her own fetus without a shot that they call the Rogam shot, which was made in 1983, the year we were born. And matter of fact, so they use that. I'm never gonna use that. I'm never gonna. What I'm saying is, there's I don't take shots. Not that I would ever need that shot, but I'm not participating in the shot thing. Any shots, ever, again. Personally. What's up, Steve? Are you still here? Probably not. But yeah, Sasha. So that's a little bit more of my story. Sounds weird, right? Sounds like a crazy story. It happens to be true. Even in the last year, 2 years, in the end of 2023, it got crazier. It got crazier. It sounds crazy, but it's not. It's actually okay. You're targeted, right? You're gang stalked. Have you ever had this come, like, where you come home and you like or whatever? I don't know if you have a car or anything, but or you go in your car, everything's moved around, or something is taken, or you get home and all your stuff is moved around, or for me, there's been times I get home and even if I sit on my bed, the bed falls apart completely, or a chair, you sit down, you're on the ground. It's like, because we're being monitored, right? We're being like monitored and broadcasted. For real. Are you still here, Sasha? Or anyone? Who's here? Anyhow, so we're being broadcasted. It is what it is. True, true. So we're being broadcasted, and then from there, Sasha, I'm telling you, in the end of 2023, did you hear about the Star of Jacob that was up? You know what I mean? Right, yeah. I had that with me. Hey, Lenary fan, welcome. Like and subscribe if you want to help a brother out. Yeah, so what's your name? Where you from? And what's your name? Yeah, I know about them. That's why they're always trying to set us up with those kind of people. Check it out, Sasha. When I had, I was in this last situationship I was in, 3 years ago. I'm not doing situationships no more. I'm not even. They are punks. What's up, Dale Green? Welcome, brother. You love the Lord? Welcome. So, Sasha, even the last situationship I was in, I was single on purpose for 5-6 years. I was just waiting for my wife. But and I wasn't perfect. Well, I was single by any means. I wasn't really, you know, doing the right thing. But anyways, then it got to the point where I ended up just saying, you know what I mean? I'm targeted. My life is constant chaos. I don't trust anyone I'm going to be with. And I end up in a situationship just because I was looking outside of isolation. From there, from there, it what was I gonna say? Okay, so this chick, I don't even know why I was messing with this chick, to be honest with you. But you know when you're targeted and life sucks and you feel like it's almost over and you're just waiting to go home, but the Lord gave you words so you don't know how that's gonna happen, and then end up, in a situationship. I do, I do. But now and me, if you're look, and I'm not even. This is I'm pretty sure it's all adults here, even though yeah, I'm a highly affectionate man. I'm highly like I'm like that. But after years and years, I should have just waited. You know what I mean? I should have just waited. Now everything's turning around. But what I'm saying is, I end up getting his. Anyways, I'd send her. I'd be at work. Give her my car. I take to work, the work truck. She could take the car. Oh, here, go get your hair done. Go get your nails done. That kind of stuff. But yeah, even she come out the store freaking out because like things are missing from the car when and in hindsight, I believe she was working against me. But yeah, things would be missing from the car, and she's freaking out. I'm like, don't worry, it'll probably be a day or two, and it'll be put right back. So you know what I mean. This is my life. This is my life. This is how my life goes. You know what I mean. And sure enough, 2 days later, it was right there in the car. When she came back from whatever, all the compartments are open, the glove box, this, that, the thing, the visors are down, things are taken. Yeah, 2 days later, it's placed right back in there. It's just I told her this is what it is. It's my life. But yeah, I forgot I was going. But yeah, we're different, and this is what it comes down to. It's what it comes down to. But yeah, I can't wait for marriage. If I'm gonna be honest, not that, and it sounds crazy, right? Not that it's like, oh, I can't wait to be. I've always wanted my own, like a real family. You know what I mean? One that will never leave me, and this forever. I never had that. For real, for real. Chaotic abuse, psychological warfare. You ain't lying. What do you do for a living? Hey, for right now, I'm on house arrest. I'm on house arrest, Burhan Khan. I'm on house arrest, brother. Welcome to the live. I'm on a type of house arrest. I didn't, it's not real house arrest. So, you know what I do? I serve the Lord. No, I serve the Lord. I'm not really on a house arrest. My whole life is different. Hey, check out my testimony in my channel, bro. Where you from? I serve the Lord is what I do. That's what I do now. I didn't choose to do it. He chose me to do it. But for real, check out my testimonies, bro. I think you'll like it. If you ever get bored, it's not boring. My life is not boring, bro. It's like a movie. Pakistan. What do you love the Lord? Do you love the Lord Jesus Christ by chance? Hey, Sasha. Sasha from the back with the assist. I appreciate you. That's my sister in Christ for real. Oh, you're Muslim? Yeah. Thank you, Sasha. Hey, that's cool, brother. That's cool. Hey, that's cool that you're Muslim, bro. I used to be a non-believer too. You know what I mean? I used to be a non-believer. Hey, dude, yeah. Hey, check me out. There's only one way to the Father, and there's only one Son of God, and that's the Lord Jesus Christ. And there's no other after him. There's nothing after him. But I do appreciate you being here, Burhan Khan. Bro, check out my testimony. Check it, please. If you want to, check out my channel. If you want to subscribe and just listen to some of my testimony, Lord, and how what the Lord He interacts with my life, bro. He can't. Maybe if you're bored, please check it out, bro. Sasha, I appreciate you for real. That made my day. Yeah, God bless you, Khan. For real. How old are you, Burhan? All right, like you're from. What you say, Pakistan? That's cool. That's cool. But yeah, I appreciate you, Sasha. That's cool. I really do. Dang, I got 3%. Can you hear me now? I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I'm just joshing. Can you hear me like this? I'm putting on the supercharger. Yeah. You're right. You're right. But hey, Sasha, for real. All right, check me out. Can you hear me? Hey, please go and if you will, I'm trying to tell you. Here, this is why I say this a lot. Hear me now and believe me later. Hear me now, believe me later. But I promise you, the future is bright. I swear, and there's no. This is not by chance. I promise you. And when I'm serious. I'm serious. I'm serious. This happens every time. Marco, you, there. Like I said, there's another one. If you leave a comment on my thing, I'm gonna write your name on here down, right? But what I'm trying to say is, yeah. Listen, I told Marco about what's really going on, and it sounds super crazy, but I know if you're gang stalked and targeted, you know it's super crazy. You know life is super crazy. I know who I stem from, lineage wise. I know it's all in my name. It's all in the blood. It don't matter. It's all in the targeting. Anyways, leave me a comment, please. Marco Polo. Leave me a comment, y'all. But hey, I'll say this. Marco Polo. Hey, I don't know y'all, but love y'all. And I mean that. And like in a, you know what I'm saying? Not like, you know what I'm saying. It's rare running into us's. And I appreciate y'all hanging out with me for real. For real. So I'm going to check y'all out. Can you hear me? Yep. All right. Later, y'all. Later, y'all. For real. Leave me a comment, Sasha. Please. Either way, I'm gonna write you down. So I'm just saying. So when the things that are gonna happen, I can hit you up because it's gonna be good. I'm telling you, it's gonna be real good. It's not gonna be just like, oh hey, I came up a little bit. Nope. But all right, y'all. Love y'all. God bless. Thank you for hanging out with me. For real. All right. Later. Later, Marco. Thanks for stopping by, my bro. For real. All right, family. Later.